Wait, welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back. It's so everyone that's listening has no idea there's been a lapse in time. But if you've been listening long enough, you know that we had our annual guys weekend. This was 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. When this comes out on Monday. So.
Unless this is this weekend and it was last weekend.
Yeah. It was. We'll call it 2 weekends ago.
We came back 7 days ago.
Yes. Yep. And then so we had that.
But this is our first time recording since.
It's almost 2 weeks since actually we've recorded an episode.
Probably closer to 10 days.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks. Yeah, so we had to get some episodes in the bank there, so we could fire them off while we were away. And then I had a quick turnaround where I just went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So me and Amy were there for a week, and then now we're back. So feels good to be back. I feel like Eminem at the beginning of that song. What is that? Mosh.
Mosh, I'm back.
Did you send in the fax, the Michael Jordan fax that just says I'm back?
Yeah, I'm back, bitches. Yeah, so it's been almost 2 weeks since we sat down and did this. So, like I said, you guys have no fucking clue, but.
Oh, you have no clue that me and Dax every day have been doing an episode, so you're like the guest now.
Yeah. I'm the guest that sits in the fucking asshole chair. I'm just the dickhead now. The dickhead chair. It's gone from the a-hole chair to the dickhead chair.
Yeah, in about 30 seconds you're gonna feel a dildo just kind of like fire up your asshole.
Let's fucking go.
It's piston fire.
So the
It's
Ass
little,
Blaster 3000.
the little CO2 cartridges.
Yeah.
It's on a timer.
That's what it was, right? Max Ass Blaster 3000 or 5000, whatever it was.
No, it's that, yeah, the ass blast or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got, we seem to always be able to record, or be able to, is that the right way to say it? We seem to always record during a fucking torrential downpour.
That's the way you wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the correct English.
Yeah. It's fucking pissing outside. There was a fuck ton of lightning on the way back.
Dude,
on the highway.
I got fucking bukkakied on yesterday on the golf course.
And then did it rain after?
And then it rained on us. But the bukkake didn't go away, I don't know. The water just kind of like bounced off it.
It's waterproof.
The bukkake is waterproof.
Yeah.
It's water repellent.
If there's enough of it, it makes a nice barrier, like a protective shell.
I hear it's good for your skin.
It's great for your skin.
It's like cinnamon.
Everything is sticky.
No, it's fucked up. We need it around here. Like, golf courses getting fucking brown, and they're talking about like water shortages and shit.
Yeah,
I live in the Northeast, not like fucking some of these places that run out of water.
I know. I mean, I know I haven't been here in fucking 7-10 days, however long, but it hasn't rained since.
Well, we had rain Monday into Tuesday. We had rain, I think maybe one all the time. Like, it's been raining a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is just like fucking this week, it's just been fucking downpouring, skies open.
Yeah. But it's usually how it goes around here. It's like the end of July, like that last week of July to the first 2 weeks of August. There's just no rain. That's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Every day.
We were getting that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, like this week we started getting some of those 57-degree mornings.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
They're okay.
Start to slide into fall a little bit. I mean, I probably said it on, I think we've talked about it before. Fall is probably my favorite season.
I enjoy fall the most.
Yeah. I like the days where the mornings are like 55 to 60, and then the middle of the day is like 75, 80, and then back to night it gets back to like 60 again.
Yeah.
Like those are the best.
Just don't let September fool you, because people are like, oh, September, it's so nice, it's fall.
No, you still get
the
hit with a
leaves
couple
change.
like 95-degree days.
No, yeah, there's those days where it's like, oh, it was like 62 when I woke up, oh my god, how did it get to 95?
Yeah, it's almost like I guess the seasons are kind of do whatever they want. I was gonna say the seasons don't match the months,
Wait,
but they don't.
well,
Because it's usually like the last week of September and the first 2 weeks of October are like really nice. That's that like 60 in the morning and at night and like 75.
that's
80 in the
fall.
day. Yeah.
Fall is September 21st.
Yeah, so I guess
Yeah, so
That
literally
check-
you
that
just
checks
described fall.
Yeah.
That kind of hits us right on the button.
The only-
Yeah,
the
but
only
people,
time-
but people just say September is fall and the weather is good. I think that's the.
No, the only
People think like
time.
March is not winter, but it is.
Yeah, people
Yes.
are like, oh, March is here, it's springtime. It's like, nah, bitch, it's
No.
cold and it's
No, it's
fucking
still
snowing.
Or like February, people think, oh, it's gonna start turning.
No,
Nope.
it's not.
It's gotta
It
be
starts
worse. It
turning
gets-
right around the. Let me think. Let me try to think from experience. Something right around that third week of March. Oh yeah, March fucking 21st. That's when fucking
Yeah,
spring starts,
yeah,
and it's still shit.
right. Until like Patriots Day.
And then you start getting the goofy stuff.
Right.
Like you get
When
May.
it rains for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, you get, it's like, oh, it's kind of nice, maybe it touches 60, 70, you know, whatever. And then May starts raining, and it's like, oh, fuck, it's 45 in rain.
And you don't
It's
see the
50
sun.
in rain.
You don't see the sun again until like June 11th.
Yeah. And there's so many fucking golf tournaments in May up here.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the fucking old guys in the clubhouse one day, and they're like, yeah, they have like cart covers, like the big like fucking shell for the cart. They have little propane torches, like they've got all types of rain gear, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm listening. They go, yeah, like one of them looks, why do you have all this shit? He goes, oh well, when we play the Mass 4 ball, you know, it's in a cart, and the weather always sucks. The weather's always god awful. Last year when I played the Mass 4 ball, it was the first Monday, Tuesday of May. What do you think it was?
Yeah, probably.
God
I
awful.
was gonna say like 53.
It was
in rain.
fucking, it was like, day one was like 52 and gloomy, and the next day was like 45 and raining. It was
Yeah,
like,
that's gross.
this is
That is the most miserable
fucking
weather.
miserable.
Like,
Actually, I think we beat the rain both days. I think because we had morning, afternoon,
yeah,
so we beat it.
yeah,
This fucking sucks. Suck my cock.
yeah. It's also, as is tradition, no one died when we were on Guys Weekend.
No.
I probably came pretty close. Vinny probably got pretty close as well.
Well, see, the only reason Vinny can't kill himself is because he incapacitates himself after 2 days.
Right. Which I fell into that category too. Which also, I'll go on the record and say I'll apologize to anyone that had to interact with me past 7 p.m. on Thursday and Friday night.
Don't give your it's not 7 p.m. Those are already allowed.
Completely, lights were off. The lights were off before the sun went down both days.
Wait, do you remember being the Ethiopian Jew thing? Do you remember that?
Nope.
Ah, that's awesome. That's so good. I didn't think you did.
No. I don't remember a goddamn
I
thing.
wasn't there for that. Luckily, there was like 10 of us there, so like if you were like storming, they were like, all right, there's 3 groups of us, you can avoid that storm.
Yeah. Dickhead's over there. Time to go over this way.
He might puke on me at any moment. I'm not
I
sure.
did. I threw up all over the driveway on
Oh.
Friday night.
Did we get charged?
No. Nope.
Really?
Never hurt me, guy. I washed it away. I took the hose.
No, just in general.
Oh, no.
Wow.
We actually
Which is
did a
pretty
pretty good, we did a good job cleaning up.
Well, I was a little unnerved with a security camera for,
Oh, yeah.
hey, you guys only have 6 guys, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Or 15, whatever.
yeah. What did
We
we
didn't
have?
have that
12?
I think at most we had 12.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't even remember when Kevin came up, Bobby's friend. Was that Friday? Saturday?
Second to last day. Friday.
Friday.
So he came on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, good man.
Just woke up and he was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I started drinking at 8 a.m. on Friday.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, you
We were
guys-
up. We were all up early that day.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, and then the next day you all stayed in bed the whole night. Like, why can't we
Okay.
be reasonable everyone?
I'll tell you exactly why.
It's because we started drinking at 8 a.m. on
Because
Friday.
on Thursday, so this and this is why. And I was talking to him about this. So on Thursday, typically everyone needs to travel up. You know,
Right.
traditionally the 3 of us, when Spoon, you were with us this year, but me, you, Vinny. Traditionally, we play golf.
Right.
So we're not that fucking like we get up there and we got a little couple miles on us.
Right.
We're not really ready to really get after it.
Right.
So Thursday night, I don't know when I blacked out, but I remember the end of the Bruins game, and the next thing I know, I woke up on the couch at 6:30 when you were up,
Yeah.
and then I slept until about 8:30.
Yeah.
But at 8:30, I don't know how, but fucking Finn showed up. Like I don't know how he must have heard. Honestly, he must have heard us because he
Yeah.
was in one of the bedrooms upstairs.
Yeah.
He had his own
He was
room.
in the Queen suite.
And once Finn got up, that was it for everybody.
Right.
Because Bill was supposed to be up for that home inspection.
Yeah.
He got off of that in about 5 minutes. And then,
We all hit the under on that one.
yeah, and then Nikos is up anyway. He doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
Doesn't sleep well. But so because of that, because we were all up at 8:30, I think I forget when I fell asleep on the couch on Friday, but I fell asleep for like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
and I drank until 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
So because I drank until 5:15, that means I slept until about noon when
Right.
the Bruins were on,
Right.
and then I went to the basement to die,
Yep.
which I didn't.
I think a lot of people did that day.
Well, knowing
Well, I
it's
had to
just
fight
that-
off a fucking panic attack on Saturday. Like, I felt like I literally couldn't breathe. Like, it felt like someone was sitting on my chest, and like I tried to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. And of all people, Vinny comes to the rescue. I'm like in the basement, like trying to not die, like not go into a full blown panic attack. Vinny comes down with a blanket and like puts a blanket on me and goes, "Hey man, just remember, like, that panic attack can't kill you. I know you feel like you can't breathe, but you're gonna be okay." And I was just like, is Vinny really like, Vinny is giving me words of wisdom right now? This is the point I'm at. I completely incapacitated myself to the point where on Saturday, Vinny had to console me.
Rock bottom.
I officially hit rock bottom. Holy shit. And it took me until, I couldn't move until 3:30 on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it was more like 4 o'clock.
And then I got up, I walked around a little bit, and then I fired up the grill. I think it was like around 5:30 on Saturday. And I drank one beer while I was out on the grill, and I was like, this isn't gonna work for me today. And I like tried to drink a seltzer after that, and was like, nah, I'm not feeling that either. And then Vinny made Vinny Ritas, so I had a Vinny Rita, and then we ordered the fights. Well, we watched the fights. And thanks to Clovis.
Yeah, I don't know how he even did that.
I don't either. But so then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch the fights. Like, I'm good with drinking. Like, I'm all set. Like, on Saturday in and of itself, I might have had like 4 or 5 drinks total.
Yeah, somehow I got the train rolling on White Claws and felt just bad
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. Sunday, I obviously felt like shit, but I wasn't like, I'm gonna die like shit.
Drank 2 gallons of water with a bunch of nun tablet things in there.
Yeah.
And when I woke up on Monday, it felt like I came back from Guys Weekend. But I could have, I did it. I did
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, you got through. Yeah, so also when we left, so then we all survived. Yippee-ki-yay.
It's awesome. I'm so happy to have survived.
Yeah. So we get to the airport on Monday morning, and I'm like, I don't really know what to expect because it's coronavirus times, and I'm just like, I don't know, whatever. Like, maybe we'll get there like an extra half hour early in case whatever. But in the back of my head, I was like,
How different
feel
can
like-
it
yeah, I was just in the back of my head, I was like, you know what? I feel like there also might be nobody here.
be? Less
Yeah,
thing no
that's
one's
pretty
traveling.
But like, we didn't want to mess around, and I didn't want to like be that guy telling, because Amy's mom drove us in, so I didn't want to be like, no, it's fine. We can get there like a half hour before no one's here. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Whenever you want to get us there and drop us off, it's fine. You're nice enough to drive us to the fucking airport. And we literally walked in. It's a fucking ghost town.
Yeah.
Logan was an absolute ghost town. There might have been, I've never not had to wait in line at TSA, and I didn't have to wait in line at TSA. It
Good.
was like, you walk right up to the guy, give him the boarding pass and your license, and then you go immediately over to the microwave thingy that cooks you. And we put your shit in the bin and then go through the microwave, and then it's through. Like, the entire TSA process probably took 11 minutes.
That's about right. When
Yeah.
I went, it was about that.
Yeah.
Just the line, and you're in, and alright, just wait
Right.
for a plane now, I guess.
Right. So we're like, sick, we have an hour and a half before the plane takes off.
Because this is you and everyone on your flight. That's pretty.
Yeah, it's literally what it is.
It takes the same amount of time to board.
And
the
then,
flight.
so at Logan, they block off seats. Like, they have seats taped off for social distancing.
Yeah.
Because we flew into Charleston and then drove to Myrtle Beach. Charleston Airport, they get fucked. Nothing's blocked off.
They don't care.
There's people everywhere. They literally did not give a fuck
No, they don't
in South Carolina. The one thing I do want to say though, I wrote this down. The drive from Charleston to Myrtle Beach, about 2 hours, and you go through. You might be able to relate to this,
Yeah.
but you go through like absolute boonies, like
Yeah. I mean,
like
it's-
nothing exists
I
besides
stopped,
like alligators.
I stopped for gas once in South Carolina, and I stopped at the wrong place.
I hope you
Very
didn't
scary.
stop in Georgetown,
That's probably that.
because that's where we drove through, and like there's this big sign that says like "Welcome to Georgetown," and like there's literally nothing on the highway. It's just trees, and then all of a sudden there's this sign that says "Welcome to Georgetown," and it's like, all right, well, what's this? And it says like "Historic Georgetown." I'm like, okay, whatever. So we drive a little bit, and we start to see like dilapidated fucking houses and like what are these modular homes and shit. Like, okay. So then we drive a little bit more and we get into like downtown Georgetown. But if you told me I was in Pittsburgh, I would have believed you. There was 3 massive fucking factories. There was like a paper factory, a steel mill, and then some other fucking factory. The whole thing looked fucking gross. There was like fucking weirdos walking around everywhere. It was the creepiest fucking thing ever. If anyone has ever been to or near Georgetown, South Carolina, you know what I'm talking about. The place fucking sketchy as fuck.
Guy was walking around with trench coats. Hey, you want some paper?
Yeah.
You want some steel? Like, you let stole from there.
You know what the funny thing is about the South too, or at least in Myrtle Beach where we were, actually on the drive there, there's fucking crackheads that walk in the middle of the highway.
Oh,
They just
Yeah, aren't highway rules different in other parts of the country? We're used to nobody being on the highway.
yeah.
well, you can't be on the highway, but you can definitely just be on the highway down
Well,
there.
okay,
Like,
There's
So,
like
yeah.
It's
crackheads.
so it's illegal to be on the highway. It is.
It's easier
Yeah.
to get onto the highway because you could just, like, there's no fencing or like,
It's just
trenches,
road. Like
Yeah.
our highways are like raised sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
or there's
it's just
thick
road.
trees in between.
Yeah.
Or it's like if you think about trying to just walk onto 24, it's like,
It's a bitch to get
how the fuck am I gonna get there?
Exactly. Yeah. So then, as we get closer, we're driving.
Although I almost walked onto 93 one time.
in Medford.
I did walk onto 93 one time. I think there was a fence dividing us, but
Yeah.
Fence didn't stop you.
guardrail.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll get you.
That's a good one if I remember.
Yeah. So then on the drive at one point, like you start to see these like beautiful fucking homes, and there's these massive fucking mansions, and so we're driving, and which also, by the way, I got a fucking Dodge Ram. Love that thing. I kind of just only want to drive a Dodge Ram from now on, but whatever. There's these massive, like, beautiful fucking mansions, whatever, and we're driving by, and Amy goes, "Oh my god, look at that house! It's fucking beautiful." And I just start dying laughing because I'm a fucking piece of shit. Like, I can't stop laughing. And she goes, "What? What's so fucking funny?" And I go, "Slaves used to live there." And she goes, "What the fuck? Like, that just ruined it for me. Thanks. Like, that was a beautiful house." And I go, "Well, I guess if it makes you feel better, technically the slave didn't live in there."
Yeah, that makes me feel better.
They probably lived like somewhere over there.
There's only 1 or 2 tops.
Only the Samuel Jacksons from
Yeah.
from Django.
But like, it's weird to see that.
Like you can tell, like from the highway, it's a plantation house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like you're like,
Yeah, it's a
wow.
style.
And it's also, they don't hide it. It's called plantation. Like there's
Yeah,
you know how we have like,
Plantation's a town down there, isn't it?
In Florida, there's Plantation, Florida.
I don't know, but you know how we have like Borderland State Park in Easton?
Oh, it's whatever plantation.
No, they have like the Heritage Plantation
Yeah.
is where they go. It's like a national park.
You gotta have your heritage.
It's a legit national park. Like it's protected. Like you go there and like go through the fucking plantation house.
Well, I think it's also one of those things. Like if you look up the definition of plantation,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
isn't it just a massive farm?
Yeah.
I probably yeah.
Now the connotation is.
But
Yeah,
they
it comes
love
with
they
that.
love that
The
shit
wood.
down there. Like everything. Like there's Polly's plantation. Like also Polly is spelled Pawley. Powley.
And Paul
So-
Shores.
Oh, it's like
It's
yeah,
like
Rowley.
Polly's everything. It's like Polly's plantation this, Polly's plantation ice cream, Polly's plantations a gas station, Polly's plantation, like whatever it is, Polly's, like whatever that family was, we're driving through. I'm like, the Polly family owned all of this at one point.
Holly want a cracker.
It's just-
Holly is a cracker.
It's just so weird. It's like such a different world, and it's weird to see that like, oh yeah, nope, that's right. This did exist once upon a time. Like there's for sure like this was it. Like this was where it's at.
I need to
Oh, wait,
rescind.
I'm not.
I need to rescind.
What?
Because a plantation isn't just a massive farm.
Is it a
Isn't
farm
it
that
multiple
has
farms?
slaves?
I thought it was multiple farms.
It's called resident labor.
There we go.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't say free resident labor.
Yeah, Wikipedia is trying to be woke.
I think this is just like the dictionary, like Google dictionary.
Oh, dictionary.com or whatever.
Yeah, I just Googled plantation.
Yeah.
An estate on which crops such as coffee, sugar, and tobacco are cultivated by resident labor.
Yeah.
They ain't paying those fucking people.
No.
Okay, so yes, plantations. Definitely slaves.
Yes.
Objection, super racist.
So-
But I think plantations are too powerful down there to actually get canceled.
Yeah.
And like they're protected, like you said, there's probably like Confederate trees you can't cut down because
They-
they painted them red.
So- There's literally like, so the other thing about Myrtle Beach, Amy fucking nailed it when we were down there. She goes, this entire city is like a giant gift shop.
Myrtle Beach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, have you ever been?
No, but I think of who goes to Myrtle Beach.
It is the biggest. Like we had a good time.
Dude,
it was nice to be
it's
away.
the Hampton Beach of the South with golf
That's
courses.
literally what it is. I was
I know
gonna
what it
say
is.
it's Hampton Beach on fucking steroids.
Okay.
Like if Hampton Beach is like Alex Verdugo, then Myrtle Beach is Barry Bonds.
So
Like
because every story I've heard from Myrtle Beach, I've heard it's golf trips, and I was playing with a group of guys. These guys were in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Some guy's sitting there at the fire pit with his leg in the fire. It's like, hey man, Glenn, your leg's in the fire. Oh, shit. 10 seconds later, his leg is back in the fucking fire.
Yeah.
Glenn, your leg's in the fire.
I got another one.
Oh, shit. Like that's what they do. They go down, they play golf, get absolutely fucking annihilated.
Yeah.
Another big thing for Myrtle Beach is Bike Week.
Yeah.
My barber used to be huge on that.
Yeah.
They would go, and this is for anyone out there, any dumb shit that you did in any point of your life, whether it was college, just after college, or now, because we still do the same dumb shit now,
Yeah.
they do the same dumb shit.
Right.
Like some guy, like this was in the barbershop. I don't know how old I was. One of the guys is hanging out. He goes, hey, remember when we went to Bike Week? You know, whatever year? And then they look at him like, you just gonna say the year, like what happened? He goes, oh, I brought that girl back to the place, whatever. They're like, yeah, vaguely. He goes, yeah, I was banging her in the ass and she shit all over the comforter, and I just had to throw it out the fucking window.
The woman?
Every story I've ever heard of Myrtle Beach is a shit-covered fucking comforter being thrown out the damn window of a hotel.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
That is it. Nobody fucking lives there.
That checks out.
So
it's
it's like
just all
college.
hotels.
And they have a college, like they do,
Yeah.
which is just away, but it's away from the beaten. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can get there, but
Right. Right.
So it's like college. Wasn't there a puke comforter in the trash that either you or Caleb's group threw out when you were in Donardo? It was in the trash in the bathroom. Remember that?
that wasn't us, but it definitely could have been them.
So, checks out.
And I was gonna say, like, it sucks that obviously Michaela's not here tonight.
Yeah.
She could tell us everything we need to know. She went there for 4 years.
Right. Right. This is true. It's wild. Like everything is a hotel. Like their boardwalk is like, it's not like a traditional boardwalk. It's like a little. It's like Hampton Beach, but it's not like, you know, like when you say boardwalk, you imagine like
Atlantic City. I'm not Atlantic City. Jersey Shore.
you
It's wood.
you imagine beach, boardwalk,
Pier.
stores.
Yes. The boardwalk traditionally is made of wood.
Right, right. Their boardwalk is like beach, row of hotels and stores, street, row of hotels and stores. So it's like their boardwalk is just a street. Like they have the little arcade thing and like the fucking Ferris wheel and all that, like
Yeah.
whatever. But
Typical,
like their board,
typical boardwalk shit.
right? But their boardwalk is just a street. Like there's no actual boardwalk. Also, the thing that pissed us off, They have 2 piers there. We went to one of them because there was a Wicked Tuna store. The one thing I will say, the food was fucking great. We had a lot of great food when we were there.
Really?
Yeah. We went to Wicked Tuna, has a place there. That's where we got sushi, and like connected to like the Wicked Tuna building, and on the way out is this pier that goes all the way out into the ocean. So we're like, oh cool, maybe we'll go there, but no, whatever. We roll up. There's a big sign, and this guy sitting at the desk. And it's like, pier, $2. Like,
You had to pay to walk
like
the pier.
what? It's $2 per person
Oh, no, you pay
to
for
walk
everything.
on the pier.
Yep.
So we're like, we just want to walk there and walk
Nope.
back. It costs $4. I was like, yep. Like, all right, cool. See you later. We went upstairs and got fucking sushi.
Yep.
It's a weird place. There's literally a beach store. There's more beach stores there than there probably is Dunkin' Donuts in all of Massachusetts. I'm not exaggerating. There's like, you're driving down like there, it's almost like a Route 1 for them. I think it's like Route 17, but it's like for us, it's like Route 1. So you're driving down and it's like beach store, across the street, beach store. Then you drive further a little down and then it's beach store, and then it's across the street, there's another beach store. And they're all the same. Everything about there is everything is in multiples. There's 13 Eagles beach stores. There's like 15 Wings beach stores. Apparently people in Myrtle Beach are big fans of 70s classic rock. They like Eagles and Wings. There's Pacific Beachwear. There's like 7 of them. There's fucking, there's literally, there's a thing called, it's Sugar Time. There's like 10 of those. There's, I'm not exaggerating, at least 15 mini golf courses. There were 4 zip line and high ropes places. Like, there's not just one of, actually, you know what there's just one of? The chain restaurants. There was 1 McDonald's, 1 Burger King, 1 Olive Garden, and like 1 fucking Arby's. Everything else, there was like multiples. Like, oh, this fucking Sugar Time is busy? Yeah, drive 4 minutes down the road, there's 3 more. Like, and everything, all the beach stores there's one of them had a sign that goes, nothing over $7.99. Because there's so many of them, they all have to fucking compete with each other, so like, everything is super cheap. We went in to buy t-shirts and shit, because Amy wanted to get t-shirts for her family and all that. It was literally buy 1, get 2 free.
It's like beer in New Orleans.
We're like, what
So
the fuck?
That's why I always see Myrtle Beach shirts.
Yes.
Because they sell them in droves.
They sell them in 3s. Buy 1, get 2 free.
Get rid of this
Yeah, it's
fucking
like happy
shit.
hour
Bring back to
drinks.
where you live.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit. And it's like, it's just a weird place. And so we might have fucked up, and because we were just in Myrtle Beach, and then there's this place called North Myrtle Beach, which it's like Attleboro, North Attleboro, like that thing. We went up into North Myrtle Beach to get dinner on the last night, and it was a really fucking cool place. It was super nice, but like as we were driving there, all the beach stores turned into like homes. So we were in like a residential spot. We were like, I wonder if North Myrtle Beach is like the nice spot. That's where like people actually live.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
And so we were like, of course we found this on our last night here. I got stung by a fucking jellyfish.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Wasn't a man of war, was it?
I don't know. The water was super
Is
fucking.
it the Portuguese one
cloudy.
that kills you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I just know that Myrtle Beach has a golf course called Man of War.
Yeah.
Uh,
There was so literally it was like me and Amy were like where me and you are right now
yes.
in the water, and then there was a guy like maybe 10-15 feet away, like where the fridge is, and all of a sudden he starts yelling. He's like, fuck, and then I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I go, ah, shit, and it got me in the back of my leg, and I just fucking run out of the water, and I'm like smacking my leg like it felt like I got stung by a bee again. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I keep getting stung by shit?
Bees.
You're immune, so you're immune to poison ivy, but definitely not immune to getting stung by
No,
shit.
definitely not.
Man of Wars are the Portuguese one.
They fucking kill you like in a minute.
Yeah.
Like you just go, and you paralyze.
So
your
the
arm or
guy,
something.
the guy that was over, like the guy that got it bad, got it in his armpit, and he said the thing latched onto him.
Oh, nice.
So, and it just fucking caught me behind my knee, and I just fucking ran out of the water. And I was like, hey, guess what? I'm done with the beach. I'm done with the fucking ocean. Between, like, the water was so fucking, like, murky. Like, you couldn't see anything. It was brown. The
Yeah.
water was just brown.
Filled with sharks.
That sounds like around here.
Yeah, it was also 75 degrees. Like the water was 75 degrees.
Balmy.
Yeah.
Too cold.
Yeah, so we went to the pool at the place we were staying, and we were like, why didn't we do this the entire time? It was a saltwater pool too, so it was actually kind of nice. But yeah, so we did the whole beach thing and that thing. I'm trying to think of what else fucking aggravated. Oh, golf carts. People drive golf carts in the middle of the road down there. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
They're going places.
Like, you're taking a golf cart on a fucking main road,
Yeah.
doing like 20 miles an hour.
Golf carts are privately owned down there.
It gets good mileage.
Well, you can rent them. There's
So
like,
but
there's
also,
like big signs on the side that say "Rent me."
Yeah. It's like the fucking scooters in Nashville.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a fucking Bluebird for fucking
Yeah.
golf carts.
It's insane. Like, it's such a different world down there. It was weird. But I mean, it was a good time. It was
Would you go back?
no.
Would you go back for a golf trip?
Yeah, I would go back to play golf.
I think that's the only reason I would go there. Also, like
I wouldn't go there for a week again. Like, I would
It's
go.
like a
in-
3-day in and out.
Yeah, I would go in on like
I think-
like a Thursday to Sunday or Thursday.
Well, also
Saturday
if it's
type of deal.
if it's a golf trip, like it's different too. Like
yeah,
because some of those days are washes because you play 36.
Yeah.
Or you get in late, play 18,
right.
couple drinks, fucking pass out. Then you're at the golf course all day. Like
Yeah.
golf trips, because the golf trips there are fairly cheap
Yeah.
because there's a million fucking courses.
Right.
I'm sorry. The golf can be cheap. It can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be.
Right. Oh, the last thing I have there. Apparently, Myrtle Beach, this is like a legitimate thing. They lay claim to the most pancake houses per capita in the entire country.
So in 1 week, you left the home of the first snowmobile.
Yes. yeah. Ossipee, New Hampshire.
Ossipee, New Hampshire
Yep.
is the home of the first snowmobile.
They plaster it on the fucking sign that says "Welcome to Ossipee, home of the first snowmobile." Yeah. Yep.
And you entered the land of the most pancake houses.
Per capita. Yep.
Is Pancake House a chain or just in general?
No,
Generally
like-
speaking,
Like
pancake
they're
houses.
all like there's.
Every breakfast place is a pancake house.
It's Olympic Flame Pancake House we went to. Spring Chicken Pancake House was one. There was like 5 Waffle House, like traditional, like the chain Waffle House. There was 5 of those.
Oh, so they did double up on those though.
Yeah. That's true.
And usually you just see those after a highway exit. That's like the only time.
Yeah, there's literally there's so many fucking pancake houses. They're fucking everywhere. Also, the breakfast down there, very different than up here. I am convinced that despite like all the places I've gone, it had some good food, and like the food in Myrtle Beach was good. I don't know, man. Something about New England. Maybe it's just because I grew up here. I really, really do think we have the best food in the whole country. In New England in general. Like, I'm not saying like Massachusetts or Boston, but I'm saying like between like, you know, some, there's really nothing in New Hampshire. But like Massachusetts, like Connecticut, Rhode Island, like Providence has some really nice places.
Well, if you
obviously
think-
Boston is great.
Well, so
The Cape.
think categories. Think categories here.
Yeah.
Because if you say steakhouse,
Right.
we have some really, really fucking good ones.
Right.
You say seafood, we're on the coast. We've got it.
Yeah.
Chinese, I mean, dude, like we can get fucking Chinese food here.
Right.
Sushi, that's not a problem.
Right.
Um,
We have some good barbecue places.
yeah, I will say that probably falls flat,
Yeah.
but
It's
around
not, what was it, Smokehouse Barbecue in Savannah? We went there like 3 times.
yeah, that place was great.
We would just get hammered and go to fucking
Shit.
the same place.
It was the only place we knew how to get to.
Yeah.
After we drank a million bourbons,
Yeah.
it was the only place we knew how to get to. We were like, oh, I think Smokehouse is close by. I can sense it.
I think sushi's not that great up here. I mean, we have great sushi here, but like Florida was like everywhere was like that.
Everywhere was good.
Just as its coast and like all the cities are on the coast.
The other thing, I
That's
mean,
even
if
more
we're gonna
England.
if we're gonna make the outlandish claim that we've invented the question mark and have the best food, we can find a sushi place that will fucking crush it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But if you try to find a sushi place in Iowa, good fucking luck.
Well, Chinese is even worse. I think down south, like there's no Chinese people.
No.
You can't even get
So-
good Chinese food in New Hampshire,
Oh yeah.
let alone down south.
You
Well, that's the thing.
you gotta be in a
Boston
city.
has a Chinatown.
You gotta have a
Right.
city.
Right. So it's like, so that was the thing. Like, the breakfast down there. You know, like,
Pizza.
you get breakfast here. Yeah, pizza smacks in Boston, like that, this area.
Fucking
Um,
Italians.
You get a normal breakfast, no matter what. Comes with home fries, toast, right?
Yeah, I mean, typically you're talking eggs, some kind of meat.
Yep.
Home fries, toast. You could maybe sub in hash browns.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes with pancakes, depending on what you fucking feel like.
Yeah, you get the combo.
Yeah.
You get the, like, whatever. Every place has, like, their combo, like, 3 pancakes, 3 eggs, 3
Yeah, but
bacon.
the format. So like the format for the like, shit. What did Paul Revere's used to call it? It was like the trucker breakfast or something.
Yeah.
It was eggs, some type of meat,
Yep.
maybe multiples. Home fries, toast, pancakes.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes you could interchange pancakes and French toast.
every single breakfast place we went to down there, no home fries, no toast. Like, not even on the menu.
So what did they have?
They have hash browns.
No.
Really?
There was no
thought that
potato.
was-
Like, it was
Grits.
Grits.
you could, but they didn't, like, give it, you know what I mean? Like, you had to get that as a side.
Grits?
So, like, if you order, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ordered, because I did one morning, I ordered like the 3-man, whatever the fuck it was called, with 3 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, and I got a biscuit with gravy, because that was what I chose. And
Yeah.
that was it. Like, no home fries, no toast. Like, I had to add the biscuit and the gravy.
I mean,
It was strange.
but
It was weird to me.
But that's just in ordering. Or well, okay, it's strange that they don't have
They
what
just don't
appears
have
to be
it ready.
potato products.
Yeah.
They don't have the sides ready that you would expect.
Right.
Basically.
Because I say the format of what you ordered. I mean, how about the format's not
Yeah.
doesn't attest to the food.
Yeah. Oh, and pancakes too. Sorry. Like, so it was 3 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, and 3 pancakes was it. I had to add the biscuit and gravy.
I mean, that's not that crazy.
No, but it's like not even. It's an afterthought up here, where it's like, yeah, obviously you're getting some sort of home fries or hash browns and toast.
I actually ordered a breakfast sandwich this morning. It came with home fries.
Yeah.
No
See,
place.
it's just I don't know. It's like I said, there are some good food places down there, and but I think New England
All I'm,
kicks ass.
all I'm picturing right now is all the things you just said you ordered, but you're like being like a big fast, like, but where's my fucking toast? I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm
So,
starving.
So
I want to eat 2 of the 4 pieces of toast that you
some,
give me.
some poor like foreign
Yeah.
people.
Well,
and
I'm
they're
just-
just like, what is it?
Well, that's the
this
thing. I'm sitting there. I'm
American
like 3 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, 2 pancakes. I'm like, that's plenty of food.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with home fries or toast. I had to order a biscuit on the side. Like,
Could you fucking believe it?
Oh, no tip.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could.
And then, so then one of the days I just ordered eggs Benedict, which is just 2 eggs on English muffin with the hollandaise.
Hollandaise.
Whatever. That's all you get.
That's not that crazy.
If you just say that, they're gonna
I've been at places
they're gonna
where
do something outlandish like give you just that.
I would say I've been
Well,
at.
no, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
up here, if you order eggs Benedict, they give you that with home fries and toast.
Yes.
No toast typically on at Benny because you have the English.
That's what I mean. Is like, but some places are just the eggs, the English muffin, and the hollandaise, because that's a generally pretty heavy breakfast.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like that trucker plate thing that like there's a reason it's called like the trucker special.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be something
Yeah.
you eat every day.
Yeah.
Those DJs on the road. Gotta put a full.
The guy that's not going to eat again for like 12 hours because
Yeah.
he's going to drive
Until he finds the next
7 more
breakfast place.
states. Yeah. So yeah, that's I think that's
Also, I love how it's like a trucker special in Boston, in like Greater Boston.
yeah.
Yeah, for all the truckers that come
All the-
through.
yeah.
I've never seen an opened way station up here.
No.
Never.
They yeah. Yep. They're always closed.
Other parts of the country, that's like a legit thing.
Yeah, you have to drive through the way station.
You have to get weighed up. You can't be carrying too much. Like
Yeah.
that's a legit thing. They'll pull you over for it.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I never really noticed up here. They don't do that because down south they're like, hey, he's going in there. Every time I go to work, like, yeah, way station. Way
Up
station.
here,
That's an
I've
open.
never seen an open way
They
station.
exist.
Yeah.
They're just always closed.
What's the point?
They just don't give a fuck. I guess. I don't know.
Well, if you made it this far, I guess you beat us. I don't know.
Now you can
Yeah.
smoke it.
I don't know. So that was that's Myrtle. Like I said, probably wouldn't go back unless it was for a golf trip. But it was still fun. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's not like I'm here like it fucking sucked. Like it was awful. No, it was a great vacation. It was an awesome week. Like I had a great time. But given the choice, like to go to Myrtle, Charleston, or Savannah, because those 3 cities are within probably about 4 hours of each other. Charleston, Savannah, like head and fucking shoulders above.
You know what though? I will say there's not a lot of places that you go to for a week and say, I needed this whole week. Like a destination.
Yeah.
Like what people say about Vegas. 3 days, that's it.
Right.
New Orleans, don't fucking spend a 4th day there. I fucking just promise you.
Well, we did 4 in Savannah, and that was good.
Well, no, we
Right.
did.
Did we go Tuesday to Saturday?
We flew down on a Tuesday. I don't know when we landed. Early.
Yeah.
We landed early.
Because we were out of here at like 5.
I remember getting beer at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
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 So we probably flew at like 9:30, 9, something like that.
Yeah.
Which dropped us there right around 11:30.
Yeah.
Probably got into Savannah at noon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we had basically a full day. Then we spent. I think it was only 2 nights though, wasn't it? No.
I think it was Tuesday to Saturday.
So we stayed Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. What? Fuck. Did we really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were back on Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? That doesn't sound right. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We stayed 4 nights in Savannah?
I don't know.
Not this year?
No, we didn't.
This year, I know you weren't back on Thursday because we didn't get sushi.
No, we definitely weren't.
And
back.
then everything closed, and I was like, fuck, this was the last time I could have had sushi.
Yeah.
We came back on a Friday
Yeah, we
because
did.
we sat in traffic on the way home.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense then. So we went Tuesday to Friday. So that was still 4 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. So it's just that Friday we had to hang out in Savannah until about noon.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because that Friday we did not feel good. No, and I remember hating that fucking day because it was so hot and I was so hungover.
Felt terrible. We had to be, we left later because we had to be out of the Airbnb by like 10.
And they kept pushing our flights back. That's what it was. Like we were supposed to fly out at like noon, and we ended up not flying out until like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, something retarded like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like Savannah, it's like, did you need another day in Savannah?
No.
Now, if you have like kids,
Right.
or if you have like tasks,
Yeah.
or like you're gonna go sightseeing and shit, I don't do that shit.
Right.
Golf trip, different. I haven't been on one, but it would be different.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to these places, I just abuse myself for fucking 3 days.
And then get out of there.
And then I leave. I use it as a break, which actually ends up just putting way more stress on me both before and after. But that's the thing is, like, I'm not going to go to Savannah and, like, look at statues and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, we stayed in the nicest street in North America.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't fucking care.
Couldn't even tell you the name of it. Still.
Jones Street.
Jones Street.
Jones Street.
You gotta know our history there. You
Yeah.
Take it out.
Well, see, the thing is, the street is quote unquote historic.
Yeah.
Just a street.
It's just old.
Right.
Even then, you could just like it's not even like old because other countries are like times a million.
No, we're the oldest and greatest country on earth.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, even going back, I think I might now, like as it is now, I think I might give Savannah a slight edge over Charleston, solely for the fact that you can open carry, not guns, but
Fucking
you
drunk.
probably can. But you can open carry alcohol in the streets of Savannah, and no one gives a fuck. Like for me, like Charleston and Savannah are literally the same place, but I love both places, but I give Savannah the slight edge.
Yeah.
Just for the fact that like no one really gives a shit about anything there.
Yeah.
And like every time you go to like, yeah, can I get the tab? Can I close my tab? Oh, you want one for the road? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, or you walk up to a bar.
Does anyone ever say no to that?
You walk up to a bar and go, hey, can I get 2 Bud Lights to go?
Yeah.
And you take them and walk.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, Wet Willie's. Oh my god.
You went back.
But they had, there was one in Myrtle Beach. We went back. I made that smart decision this time, and I didn't get one.
Did you get the shock? You didn't get the shock treatment?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I made sure because I was driving.
Oh, okay.
So I did not.
I didn't realize you were driving a car.
Yeah, I did
May I
not
advise against that?
go for the grain alcohol one. You know what I did do though, Ash, what I didn't know you could do is you can mix and match. There was a guy in front of me that got a strawberry pina colada, and I was like, that sounds delicious. I want that. I go, can I have a strawberry pina colada? And they just like go back and forth and mix it until the cup is full. I'm like, that's sick, and there's no grain alcohol in either of those. Amy almost did it. She almost got the, not the shock treatment. I forget what the other one was called. Attitude adjustment, the red one. So it was essentially like there's a blue one that fucks you up, and there's a red one that fucks you up. It was like blue and fruit punch.
Yeah.
She almost got the fruit punch one, but she ended up getting something else.
I wonder if there's a Wet Willie's in New Orleans, because I definitely got frozen drinks just like that.
Yeah.
I just have no idea what the place was called, because I was basically fucking stumbling on my face.
Yeah, Wet Willie's a good time. Have you been to Disney?
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know Disney Springs?
No, I was like a kid, so.
Oh. I was gonna
never
say,
an adult at
the
that.
place that had the Wet Willies where we went was essentially like Disney Springs in Myrtle Beach. It's like this outdoor, like fucking boardwalk area thing.
Fuck, I think it was a Wet Willie's in New Orleans.
That's hilarious.
And the only reason I don't remember is because, like, Chris Healy had been there, so he was like kind of like guiding us around, like, hey, let's go here, let's go there. But at one point we ate. So we went to the bourbon house of like whatever, and didn't get bourbon. But Derek comes back with 4 milk drinks, and I look at it, I go, I can't drink that. He's like, what do you mean? I go, I'm lactose intolerant. He goes, no fucking way. I was like, yeah, I can't drink that. He goes, boys, we gotta finish this 4th one somehow. So we never actually got to eat at the bourbon house. So they drank their milk drinks.
Yeah.
We left, ate somewhere else, and Chris goes, someone give me a key to the hotel room. Like, what, you tapping out? He goes, no, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna chug some water and puke. Like, you good? He goes, yeah, no, I need to go do this. He goes, milk drinks, food, not conducive.
Was it, because if it was Wet Willie's with the White Russian has Everclear in it. There's like 3 or 4 drinks. It's like the shock treatment, the attitude adjustment, the White Russian, and then like one other one I think has.
There were a few. They told you.
Yeah. They have it
tell
on.
you what's
They
there.
have it on.
Do you think Everclear cancels out lactose intolerance? So do you think it kills
So that wasn't in the. So that wasn't in those milk drinks at the bourbon house. I don't know what was, but
But still, I feel like it would.
whatever's in that White Russian, I don't know.
They're probably like, oh, I didn't get the shits. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in New Orleans, you get the shits. It's almost like.
Well, yeah, it's
All
to be
right,
expected.
I get the shits.
It's almost more weird, more concerning if you don't get the shits.
What are you, a choir boy over there?
Yeah.
What are you all plugged up from?
What,
Like Jumbo.
you just throwing the fucking drinks over your shoulder?
Too much jambalaya.
Yeah. Ugh.
So I guess that makes 2 Wet Willies for me. I just looked it up. That's where we went.
Yeah.
And I got a giant hurricane to go, like massive.
Sick. Ugh, Wet Willies. Well, whatever, it's fine. I survived it this time.
Yep.
Didn't fall.
Yep.
There were no historic steps to fall down.
Yeah, the historic steps. I remember those. I would really so if the world gets back to something, I would like to plan a golf trip for next spring.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Arizona. I don't know if it's East Coast. I don't know. But
Yeah. Yeah, even like, what's the golf like in Texas?
typically pretty hot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if Texas. I know Austin is a thing.
Yeah.
And Austin would be sick to go to. I just don't know if Austin is your typical golf destination.
Right.
Or I mean Texas in general. It could be.
When you do with golf clubs, you have to check them, right?
Yeah. So if you go on a golf trip, you check them, or you can ship them. Like
Do you have to put them in a special bag?
yeah, there's like a hard case. Yeah, so you can either check them or you can ship them, and it usually ends up kind of costing the same. But if you ship them, you have to plan ahead.
Right.
Because you need to give them time to get the things down there.
Yeah. You gotta ship them on a couple days before.
But if you check them, then you run the risk of either them getting lost or broken, or
They just
probably not broken if you have a hard case. But
give it a heave ho.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, sending the clubs is tough. It's no way seems awesome.
But it'll help the UPS, which is now political.
Well, the USPS.
USPS, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a difference?
Yes.
Yeah,
UPS is brown.
United States
Oh,
Postal
yeah, that's
Service
true, yeah.
is the mailman.
I forgot about the brown one.
Racist.
Oh, racist piece of shit.
You fucking bigot. You make me sick.
I apologize for my privilege.
Check your fucking privilege.
At least I'm more woke than I was a second ago, yeah.
But I also think based off New Hampshire, we need to revisit the Sarcasm Speeds Golf Challenge.
Yeah,
Because it kind of went to shit.
100%.
And it started in the parking lot. Because I really wanted to see what would happen. A 3-man scramble, you guys against me.
Yeah.
And what happened, it was a short course,
I
didn't
kicked
appear to be
ass.
overly hard. And I wanted to see, like, first of all, could you guys beat me? And how hard would it be to beat you? I don't know.
Right.
I have no clue.
Right.
But Vinny gets out of the car.
Yeah.
I'm not playing. Dude, you sure? He goes, I didn't sleep a second last night. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
If I have to pay because we reserved the time, I will, but I'm not playing golf. Okay. All right. So 3-man scramble, out.
Yeah.
So then we get over to the putting green, waiting to go on. I'm like, I have no idea what to do for a format. I'm like, I have no idea with
Played you like a fiddle over here.
with new guy to golf, and with you, I have no idea. Like, too volatile.
I need
Like,
2 strokes and no penalties at all.
so
and more points.
So we're on the putting green. I'm like, well, what if I do 2 strokes for you, 1 stroke for you, and we just, play? I don't know if 2 strokes is enough. I kind of suck. I can't give you 3 strokes because that's 54 over 18 holes.
Imagine if you gave me 3.
That is
And I played
way
that,
too
yeah.
fucking many.
Yeah.
So I come up with this fucking crazy format.
Yeah.
I go, all right, so you're gonna get 2, you're gonna get 1, but we're gonna play a point system.
Go modified Stableford.
Modified Stableford. And I'm like, all right, so I'll take 1 point for par, 2 points for birdie. I'll figure it out if I get an eagle.
Yeah.
0 for bogey, -1 for double.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then for you guys, we'll do the net score. Bogey 1, par 2, birdie 3. And if you make a legit birdie or a eagle, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It was like a 10-point thing.
So then,
Here, just
yeah, a legit eagle basically would have been a win. But
Yeah.
So first hole, I'm up 1-0-0. I made par.
Yeah.
You guys made triples.
Hey, don't forget, I made a triple from 82 yards in.
Yes. I don't want to finish that. Second hole, I'm in trouble because I hit it over a bunker, had no stance,
Oh, yeah.
and then in an attempt to get it to the green, I put it in someone's backyard. So I'm OB.
Yeah.
There's a lot of backyards there.
So I'm OB and I have to hole out to make a bogey just to get a 0. I make double, so I'm -1. So my point is gone. And then fucking Dickie's over in the corner, makes this crazy fucking chip,
Yeah.
blows the first putt way by the cup, and then hits like a 7-footer coming back.
Yeah.
I can't do
It's like,
that.
what? And I think that was for a par, like a net par.
Yeah.
2 points.
So he's got 2 points from that.
Yeah.
2
So
points.
now I think
not
we're at
deserved.
2-0-0.
Yeah.
If the next hole's one I remember, we have OB right in all those houses.
Yeah.
And I fucking nuke this ball. I fucking piped a drive down there.
Yeah.
And you guys are just bashing the ball, OB, in and out of OB. I'm like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening? I get another point. And it's like, but like, that's the thing is like, you guys weren't losing any and I lost one, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
Yeah, you gave us no consequences.
from that, well, that's the thing though, because it's like, I know how volatile Mello can get. When you're sitting on the putting green going, well, I don't know, I might need 3, like I'm pretty shitty, like I make 8, so I'm like, well, I want this to be like
Yeah.
something.
Hey,
Like, all right, so no consequences for double, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So we get through the front, and the front doesn't allow me to hit driver outside of that, like basically that one hole. And I was really struggling to hit a 6-iron,
Best nine
like
I've ever
in
done.
play.
Yeah.
So I shot 4 over, 5 over. I had 2 doubles and 1 bogey.
Mm-hmm.
But I had those 2 doubles took away that would be 6 points for pars. So those 2 doubles left me with 4.
Right.
And then at one point he asked and goes, I think it was after the 8th hole, he goes, oh, where am I at? Dude, you're up 13 to 3 to 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he just he made, and I had the score, I threw it out, but
Well, I got 2 bogeys
So
on par 4s. I
yeah.
never had bogeys
your
before.
net scores,
Yeah.
you had
Birdie.
2 net birdies,
Yeah.
and I think 3 net pars.
Yeah.
So that would have given you 6.
Whatever. I think
I
at
had
the
8
turn
of
it
that.
was
I had
13 to 6 to 4. I had 4. You had 6.
I didn't have
You had
6
13.
because I took -1 on those doubles.
well,
Maybe I had 6.
We adjusted mine. I had 8,
So-
I thought, or 8 or 7 too.
I think you still would have won,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if we took away the stroke.
Fucking basic.
Yeah.
So we get to 10. I go, all right. We're keeping the point system the same, which I should have just changed us all to the same point system. That would have been better.
Yeah.
You get 1, you get 1. I'm not taking -1 for a double.
Right.
You didn't take minuses at the end. I don't remember.
On the back?
Yeah.
No, plus I didn't make any
Yeah, I
doubles,
was
so it
gonna
wasn't,
say,
yeah,
it
it
didn't
wouldn't
matter.
have mattered.
Yeah.
So then you step up to the tee and go, hey, you know what, we're playing one and one. I'll play you straight up for $2. And then, oh my God, what ensued was one of the.
Then came the best round.
This
ever.
was
Yeah, it was absolutely
this
terrible.
was fucking
It
terrible.
was the beginning of the end.
So Mello hits a driver and he's down by a tree. He's got to punch out, whatever. Punch out, chop on,
Yeah.
make 5, make 6, whatever.
And I didn't understand
Dickie hits
how
it off a fence twice.
I got stuck in the fence. I hit it off. Didn't go anywhere. Then I had to slice.
Punches it out.
I tried to slice it the second time.
Punches that short of the green. Or maybe hits one more. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I had 9 hits.
But the most
I-
impressive part, and the part at this point, this is the 10th hole, and at this point I knew me and you were not going to be playing the next day. Because after you punched from the trees, you had 80 something yards to the green, and you're on the OB line, but in play, and then you fucking shank it about 20 yards OB. I go,
That was the second.
we can't, we're not playing golf tomorrow. I go, he's going to fucking flip out.
Yeah.
So I think Dickie won that hole with a 10.
9.
A 9, and
Yep.
you conceded from the rough.
Yeah. Because I chipped over the green.
That was the first one, right?
That was the
Because
the
the second one was even just awful too.
So then we get to the par 3, and I go, by accident, but kind of worked out better. I go closest to the green on this hole, and you just start dying laughing, and you go, you mean closest to the pin? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, it's us. I'm saying closest to the green. Neither one of us got close.
I don't even know.
I hit a fucking shank. I couldn't hit a shot to save my life.
Yeah, it was
on
the
back.
worst effort of golf I think I may have ever seen.
Yeah.
You saw.
I quit on the 12th hole.
I kept telling people too, I'm like, they're like, whatever, I'm like, yeah, there was just one point, they were like, oh, why didn't you play Friday? I go, well, we got to a point where Mello could hit a tee shot and play and then could not stop hitting any iron into the right trees.
Yep.
Every single iron he hit went to the right trees.
Yep.
I'm like, it's fucking unbelievable.
And you saw me on hole 9 just turn into what I was, a dehydrated shell of a person.
Yes.
And then
And that was the
That
thing.
is
So
nothing.
on the back, giving you the one with the modified points, that's why I think if we took the same points and I gave you 2, gave you 1, or whatever, you need to fucking play better if we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
no, I
But-
don't want that.
That was literally the worst I've played since I started playing 4 years ago.
Yeah. But it came down to, so I actually had it going on the back, and I know like you were hitting it all over the place, so I didn't know if you knew, but like,
Yeah, I
and you were kind of dropping with me, kind of sorta. Like I was fucking nuking the driver.
Yeah.
I was hitting greens. I was giving myself chances, and I couldn't make a single birdie fall to make any separation. So I had 6 points through.
17.
I had 6
Actually, you
through
stayed
7 holes on the back,
Yeah.
and then I'm like watching Dickie, like kind of like he's all over the place on what was our 8th hole on the back, so 17, and I'm like, I got a little bit of a buffer. Let me just pound the hybrid. I make bogey on the par 5, and then it actually was a match. It was
Yeah.
6-2.
Yeah,
It was 6-2.
17, I actually played well.
Yeah, you actually got a point for that.
Yeah.
But so it was 6-2, and I'm sitting there. I go, wow. After all that, if one of these guys hits the green and hits a putt, I'm gonna lose.
Well, I showed the power rate, and I hit dead on. I just was one club down. If I had hit one
Yeah.
club up and hit the same exact way,
Yeah, so
Birdie.
you were just short of the green.
oh,
I was left in pin high, so I'm like, shit. I gotta get up and down to get a point here. And at best I go, cause whatever. You went right, I go, fuck, well, he can't birdie from there. So that saves that one. I go, but if Dickie fucking chips in right now,
Yeah.
winner.
he would win.
Right.
And then I'm like thinking in my head, I go, wait, if Dickie chips in, he wins. We don't have to worry. I go, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I go, I can't lose a point for double. I go, I'm not
Right.
taking any negatives anymore. So,
Right.
Based on a couple of those putts that I just wasn't even.
well, you hit a good. So here's the thing:
Expecting
you
the
hit
three
a
putts.
good chip still,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it was
Right.
great.
But you had to hold.
but you had to
on.
hole out. And I'm thinking about how hard that is in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
And the worst part is, I never chipped from a fairway or something nice. I always chip from the rough. So I was like, I don't even know how to do this right now.
Yeah.
So I think we need to revisit the Sarcasm Speaks Golf Challenge. I don't know when, I don't know where, but
Me and
Yeah.
Vinny are playing tomorrow. We're gonna take it up in Unicorn.
all right. So the winner of you guys plays me straight up. We'll
Yeah.
play $100 a hole.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to start wrapping this up?
We can wrap this up, and I'm going to take right into this because, in terms of golf, something interesting happened this weekend. So Joel Damon plays on the PGA Tour.
Yep.
He was at TPC Boston in Norton.
He was on my DraftKings team.
Good, because he missed the cut.
Mhm.
So on
Obviously.
Friday night, he tweets out something along. I'm not pulling up the tweets, but he said something along the lines of like, "Hey, I'm looking for a game tomorrow in the Foxborough area. I want to play for enough money to, keep us interested, but not enough that I have to sell my house," which is kind of funny because, dude, who's like,
Yeah.
that's like, he has earned
Spectrum.
$2 million
Right.
plus in earnings.
Right.
He
Just
also,
this year.
not just this year.
Oh.
No, here's the thing. He's not that good. He's not
Yeah.
that good PGA Tour wise.
Yeah.
But he was wearing that bucket hat for a while. There's only like a couple guys wearing that bucket hat. Like, there's an endorsement there. So, like, he makes money.
Right.
But he was being like, I think what he wanted to say was like, hey, like, let's play for a couple bucks here, but like, whatever. So, people are tweeting at him, and, they're whatever, come here, come there, whatever, and people are idiots, but he eventually sends out another tweet and goes, wow, I didn't realize how much traction this was going to get. I found something, I'll keep you guys updated. Someone asked him, oh, where are you playing? Thorny Lee in Brockton. And I go, okay, like, I know a lot of people at Thorny Lee. I've heard of a lot of people at Thorny Lee.
Yeah.
They litter the fucking tee sheets when we do like mass golf events. Like, Thorny Lee, although full of pretentious douchebags, there are legit players there.
Right.
So, and the legit players aren't the pretentious douchebags, it's the other people.
Right. Right.
But, so I'm like looking, and then like the next day I'm looking again, because I'm just trying to see like in the comments if I can figure anything out, because everyone's like, oh, he's going to play Matt Parziale, I'm like, he's not playing Matt Parziale. Matt Parziale is in a tournament this weekend.
Right.
He is playing the Brockton 4-ball. He's going to play that.
Right.
He's not going to go play Joel Damon for whatever dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably actually has played in more Masters than Joel Damon. Honest to God.
Yeah.
But, so I'm looking, and one of the guys, and I recognize the name, it's an Indian name, and he's saying, oh, he's playing the assistant pro Cody and his cousin. I go, James knows Cody. I go, I can probably find out, like, whatever. James knows Cody, and Cody went to play at Sharon one day, and I couldn't because I had to work, and I'm like, okay, like, whatever. So I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I see another name pop up. It's like, oh, see you at 9:24. And it's one of the kids that trains at the gym. And he went to Coastal.
Yeah.
He wants to play professionally. I go, oh, he's just being a dick.
Yeah.
Nope, that's who they played. They played Cody, who James knows, and one of the kids that trains at the gym.
Sick.
So it ended up being Joel Damon and Nick Taylor, both PGA pros, both didn't make the cut, playing at Thorny Lee. I don't know how many strokes were given either way,
Right.
but they played a $300 Nassau. So 300 on the front, 300 on the back, 300 for the match total. And the way it went was Joel Damon and Nick Watney won the first 3 holes. So they're down 0-3. They press. They get it back to only being 1 down on the front. So that means they squashed the front because they won the press but lost
Right.
the original bet.
Yeah.
So going into the back, they're 1 down. They climb back at some point, whatever. And I don't want this to like this kid Andrew is fucking good.
Right.
Like he wants to play professionally. He hasn't refined it. He fucking nukes the ball. Like he fucking crushes it.
Yeah.
Like driving greens at Sharon, and our holes are like
Pretty.
like some of those holes that he drove are like 320.
Yeah.
Like yeah, he fucking hammers the ball. And Thorny Lee is not a hard or long golf course. Yes, it can get you.
Right.
But for the caliber player we're talking,
Professional.
it's not hard.
Yeah.
And it's not long for them.
Right.
So I'm like actually interested. Because I thought Joel Damon was going to set a course record, honest to God. Like,
Yeah.
not like a Vinny course record. Like, Joel Damon's going to rip this place up.
Yeah.
It's not that hard for him.
Right.
It comes down to the 18th hole. The match, so the back could have been squashed. It could have been a tie. Because they would have been leading the back up 1. And the match is now tied because of what happened on the front.
Mhm.
So I think they were stroking the 18th hole. They're on the 18th tee. Weather horn. So all the golfers on the course come back to the clubhouse, which is right next to 18 green.
Yeah.
So everyone's coming back. Cody makes a call. Pro goes, finish it up.
Yeah.
So they finished the 18th hole before it got real bad.
Yeah.
And Cody makes par for birdie because he was getting his stroke.
Right.
Par for birdie, winning the match. So I think they took $600 off the pros. Each.
That's
Each
awesome.
of them took $600 off.
Imagine
the
that phone call. You call into the pro shop. You're like, "Hey, I got Joel Damon and Nick Watney here. We're about to tee off on the 18th hole." Like,
Oh, dude, that wasn't. There was no like. Listen, there were golf carts following the groups around. Like, there was no fucking hiding what was happening. Like,
Yeah.
they posted about it. Like, they were cool about it. Everyone was good.
right.
Golf carts were following the group. Like,
Yeah.
they made a thing of it.
Yeah.
Like, there were probably guys who had a tee time and go, "I'm not playing today. I'll drive around." Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way it happened too was, you would never fucking believe this. So it was actually Cody's uncle, I think. Or it was a relative of Cody's because Cody doesn't use Twitter, he uses Instagram.
Mhm.
Doesn't use Twitter. So literally he goes, "My nephew is the assistant pro at Thorny Lee. He'll play you. Like, I'll send you a DM with like his info."
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
Wow.
Like, cause there's other, like, in the comments it's like, "Oh, I'll call my buddy Bernsey and
Yeah,
he'll
yeah.
play you for $1,000 each side and
Yeah.
he's really good."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
It was one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
Huh.
And then it turns out that I actually I know one of the kids directly, and then indirectly I could be introduced to this other one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
pretty easily, actually.
That's funny.
Pretty cool thing though, just from Twitter,
Yeah.
putting it out there.
Yeah. Were you around at all, like this weekend in here? Like, I don't know if you maybe like heard or bumped into anybody or nothing.
For what?
Any of the pros that were staying around here?
No, I wasn't really around.
Yeah.
I was actually curious because Michaela asked me. She was like, "Where do you think they're staying?"
I bet you like some of the bigger guys, like they get Airbnbs. So like,
They rent a house.
yeah, like Tiger, DJ, Spieth, like the guys that make legit fucking money and they're rich as fuck. They rent a house. They
No,
get
I
Airbnbs.
know someone who is gonna rent their house.
Yeah.
Like a guy we know.
Yeah.
He was actually gonna rent his house in Easton to someone that potentially wanted it.
Right.
He goes, "I'll go to the Vineyard." He goes, "I get the hell out of here anyway. I don't go to the tournament."
Right.
Because they can rent the house. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charge an arm and a fucking leg for it. $1 million house.
Yeah, but I would imagine there's got to be a bunch of hotels over there anyway because Comcast centers over there.
I mean, there's not a ton though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like Joel Damon, again, he may have gotten an Airbnb. He also may have stayed at the fucking Hilton, like
Right.
over at in Foxborough.
Yeah.
He said Foxborough area.
True.
He may have stayed over there.
True.
I doubt he was in the Red Roof Inn, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like that's the thing is like some of these guys,
Yeah.
they aren't bigger names.
Right.
So it's like, can they afford an Airbnb? Could they rent out a house? Yeah, they could. Could they go to Providence and stay in the really nice hotel that the Giants stay in when they come up to play?
True.
They
Yeah.
could, but
Yeah.
you know, get a car, like.
Yeah.
But some of them go, man. I just simply don't make that much.
Right.
I'll stay at the fucking Hilton, pay my
Yeah.
$165 for the night or the weekend.
It would have been an interesting weekend to kind of like bop around like on a Friday or Saturday night, maybe like do a little crawl, go to like Jake and Joe's.
No, the only weird
and
thing
then
is though
go
you
to,
can't
like-
do anything right now.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't do it so you can't just like bar hop or whatever.
Because so like I feel
Also,
like
though-
normal people aren't gonna recognize some of these guys, but we do. We would because we.
you know
actually,
what though? Even us.
I
Yeah.
recognize like 3 people.
Like that's the thing is like if Joel Damon was just sitting at a bar,
Yeah,
I may not have recognized him.
yeah. But we also know more than most. Like,
That's the thing,
Like
so-
if I bumped into Charlie Hoffman, I'd be like, Hoff, you cocksucker.
Off.
You know what I mean? Or like Doc Redman. Like I know who Doc Redman is. Like these like random like
Yeah.
C-level guys. Like I know who they are. Like I know what they look like. You know.
Off.
But like I doubt that the guys that are actually in it. Although then you it's maybe not. You know, it's like someone like Webb Simpson who's in it all weekend. He might not be going out. But then someone like
Harris English.
Yeah, but or I'm trying to think of
Kids?
someone like Spieth that misses the cut. He might just go home.
Oh yeah, they
Like, he might just not-
They're on their way to Chicago to go.
Yeah,
for
you
the
know what I
next
mean?
one.
Like he might not. So it's like maybe you might see someone, maybe you don't, because maybe the guys that are in it, you could make the argument either way. Is what I'm trying to say. The guys that are in it want to just stay quiet, and maybe the guys that miss the cut. I'm sure some of the younger guys that miss the cut, that may be single, they'll probably go out.
Well, that's
Like,
what
if they have
they try to
families-
play.
If they have families to go to, like they'll just go
Yeah.
home.
But like sometimes these guys like they try to play because
Yeah.
instead of putting it out to Twitter, you could also call up. You
Yeah.
could do a quick Google search and see, oh, Blue Hill Canton. All right. Hey, this is PGA Tour Pro Kevin Kisner. Like I'm
Right.
not fucking with you. Like
Right.
I'll present an ID upon showing up.
Right.
I'm looking for a foursome. Is a pro, a staff member, like is anyone like in a
Yeah.
caddy like available? Like I'm looking to play tomorrow.
Right. Right.
And then that like you could do that too.
True. Yeah. I don't know. So that's kind of cool. Like I said,
I thought that
didn't know-
was
I didn't
cool,
know
like-
if you guys were around at all and maybe
No.
ran into someone.
I didn't hang around.
I don't do things.
Especially now, it's like, what do you do?
Right.
But I think like a lot of the bigger guys, I think they might stay in Boston, or they may stay in Providence.
Yeah.
They're doing that stuff. Like,
Or if any of them are friends with fucking Pat Chung, they stay down the street from us. At
just-
Pat Chung's house.
I just don't know if Pat Chung is
No,
friends
he's
with
definitely
PGA
not.
Tour golfers.
He's definitely not.
I mean, he
I just
could
think
be,
it's funny
but-
that he lives down the street.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So, you got a final thought?
I mean, I do, but I don't. I have high thoughts.
Let me stop it right there.
Do you guys?
Do you or don't you? Yes or no?
Maybe.
I don't remember
Do you-
that being one of my options.
Do you guys? I will ask you a question with your question. Do you guys want to sit through annoying high thoughts again?
Give me a high thought.
Yeah.
We'll judge it based off the first one.
Yeah.
Why don't we judge it based off of the last ones when I got into like marketing for racists?
You got one chance
Yeah.
to see if we're gonna continue your high thoughts.
No, because I have to start worse than I will give you 2. Maybe 3
It's
if you
your
like
final
it.
thought.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see a lot of doormats. They say stuff.
Yeah.
I looked it up, try to find one that says like all are welcome. That's like a phrase, and there's none that say all aren't welcome, and I like that as an idea. I like the idea that they would say all aren't welcome.
There's definitely some that exist. I've seen some funny doormats that say like turn around and go home or something. Like I've seen stuff like
Yeah, but I've
that.
never seen a simple just change R to R. Here's the good one.
Let's go.
Marketing idea. This one I think is good because I like it. I didn't really care about the other one. I just thought, this is a high thought. It's a marketing idea, again, like the other ones, but it's not for racists. I promise. It's a metaphorical hyperbole. So if you ever heard the hyperboles in movies, that's what it's based off of. So it's like a gag, basically. So an old house phone that you could literally dial to 11. I thought that was hilarious.
I mean, I appreciate the tribute to Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Wait, did they do that?
That was Spinal Tap.
Son of a bitch.
That's
Sometimes.
the joke. It's
Wait, did
yeah, because he's showing off the amps, and he goes, "Oh, and see, our amps, they go to 11."
Yeah.
And they're like, the guy's looking at it goes, "Well, why don't you just take 10, make 10 louder, and then you can keep it at 10." And he just looks him back dead in the eyes and goes,
Gotta dial up to-
"Yeah, but these go to 11."
Damn it, they did that. Alright, well, there's the other idea. Dialing up to 11 was one, but inflating a raft or a sex doll, apparently, to 110%. Those are the only two I came up with. I was distracted by being high after.
All right. So is it a sex doll or is it a raft or is it both?
I mean, this isn't a high thought, but it is a high thought. Can you just use a sex doll?
A sex raft.
You
You can
can
certainly
sex
have.
raft.
You can certainly
You can
have a
Is a
sex.
sex raft like one of those big mats that you can float on now?
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely-
those are
You
everywhere.
could definitely have sex on that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, it'd be wet, but
I mean, it's so supposed to be wet.
I wish
I
I really wish I was high right now so I could appreciate a sex doll in a pool being fucked. Oh, that was bad, huh?
Alright, well, my final thought is I got my COVID test before I came home.
how much fun was that?
It wasn't great.
How'd you do on it? Did you do well?
I haven't gotten the results yet.
Oh, so it's not like a hepatitis test where you get like a couple A's?
No, they told me, they said 2 to 4 days, but they said to expect a response by Tuesday. I'm like 98% sure I don't have it because I haven't gotten any symptoms.
Well, the only reason you
My
did
whoop-
it was for the travel purposes.
Yeah, for Massachusetts travel.
You didn't get it because you think you need to for any reason.
Right. My whoop hasn't fucking alerted me yet because my breathing rate has gone up. Like I said, I'm 98% sure I don't have it. But on the off chance that I did, that's why I was just kind of like trying to stay away this weekend and fucking keep my distance. Obviously, we're all sitting next to each other right now, so that's all for naught, I guess. But
I'm gonna charge,
We live in the same fucking house.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna charge you with attempted murder.
yeah.
Of you or your grandmother?
My entire lineage.
Mm.
I think I can get him.
Twitter says that because you went to Myrtle Beach, you're gonna kill my grandmother.
Yeah, I'm just killing grandmas out here, left and right.
Did you not?
So it was extremely unpleasant. Amy started crying, like legitimately crying. My eyes watered, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like to the point where I was like, "Woo-wee, that'll fucking wake you up." Like that fucking cleared. It felt like it's a really small fucking swab. Like it's super fucking tiny, like thin, I should say. They stick it all the way up your fucking nose, and it feels like, I know it's not because that would defeat the purpose, but it feels like it's coated in rubbing alcohol because it stings. Like it fucking hurts, but it's probably just because it goes so far up and back that it fucking stings. Like I said, it doesn't make sense to me that it would be coated with alcohol because then that would kill a virus. You know what I mean? Like rubbing alcohol would kill it. But that's the best feeling that I could use to describe it. It felt like a fucking like pinch and a burn, like way up like behind my eyeballs, and my eyes literally were watering, and I was like, holy fuck, like it was definitely unpleasant. But I mean, all told, I mean it was over in like fucking 20 seconds. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like the grand scheme of things, like it's not that big of a deal. Like it sucked for 20 seconds. Like okay, cool. Like it's over.
It went too high.
Yeah.
I got a lobotomy.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. we'll see.
Was it in and out, or do they like stick around for a while?
It's up probably like 5 to 10 seconds. It's up there, and that's where it stings. That's where it starts to sting.
Okay.
Like initially, it feels like a pinch, and then you get the sting. And they go both nostrils too.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh.
Yeah.
At the same time?
No,
Oh.
separate.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I
So
kinda-
like they got one nostril. The lady that did it, like the place we got it, they were fucking super nice. Like they were awesome people.
Yeah, it's a solid.
Yeah. Also super fucking hard to get a test down there. Like you can't get a test anywhere. The one place we found was in Mount Pleasant, which is right next to Charleston. So we flew out of Charleston, so we did it on our way home, and so we stopped there on the way back, and we told them like it's like it's impossible to get down here, and she was like, yeah, there's a lot of places are really tough, whatever. So I don't know. Some luckily they just gave it to us, like they ran it through insurance, it was no big deal, whatever. But we tried to go to like 2 different CVS's, and they told us to pound sand. So.
Literally?
Yeah. But yeah, no, they go up one side, they pull it out, and the lady was like, do you need a minute? And I was like,
Just do the other one.
nah, I'm good, just go, just get it done. And then she did the other one, and she pulled it out, and I'm like, oh, woo! Now I'm awake.
Yeah.
Because it was in the morning, too, it was before we left. So I was like, holy shit, I guess I don't need this coffee, because I'm awake now, because I just had that fucking thing on my nose.
Sad it wasn't double penetration.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see.
But I'm glad there's 5 seconds so you could say,
Yeah.
you buy me a drink first at least. Make it sexual.
Yeah.
Sounds annoying.
We'll
I've
see
heard
how
I've
they,
heard some aren't as bad, like just because I think they're just incompetent, or maybe they don't do it as
Yeah.
much, where they
Which
just a little bit.
Amy and I talked about this afterwards too. It kind of makes you think, because the lab tech, the girl that did the fucking swabs, told us too, like it needs to go all the way up. And she goes, the ones at CVS are self-administered. And I go, I'm telling you right now, if I was self-administering, I wasn't gonna stick that where you put it. So that's one of those other things too, where it's like, well, you have people taking this fucking swab and doing it that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like I would have just like rubbed it around in my boogers for a little bit.
Yeah, I would
And like, all right, cool.
Test the call.
Yeah.
if they say to go that high, I'm just gonna let it like hibernate there.
Yeah.
There's no way
Yeah.
it will not have it.
It's supposed to be covered in boogers, right? Boogers and blood? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Did I do it right?
Test this, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch.
So that's what I mean. It kind of makes you think, like anyone that's gotten it done at CVS, like you're just doing it yourself. But I don't know, whatever.
I can see some like idiot that's like on their deathbed, like, no, I did it myself. I don't have it.
Yeah.
It must be the flu. And then,
I don't know what this is. I don't know why I can't breathe. I tested negative.
I have this right here. Put me on the plate, please.
Yeah, and then that was the other thing too. Literally, no one said anything. Like we joked about it when we got back. We were like, we probably could have just not filled out the form and like been totally fine.
Yeah, so it's only
Because no one said anything at the airport. There was nothing that said like, make sure you do this.
no,
or
it's
whatever. It was like-
only it was only
it's like on the honor system essentially.
yes. The only times it comes into like the only times a travel ban comes into play is with your employer.
Yeah.
Or if you do something that you weren't supposed like
Right.
if you like say you got hospitalized after.
Yeah.
Like, oh, have you traveled lately? Oh yeah, I went to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And then they like look and it's like, oh well, you know, you didn't fill out your form. Like you'll get hit for a fine there.
Right.
But I think that whole like travel ban system, I think it's too complicated for them to actually follow through on a penalty.
Right. And it also
Like who's gonna sit
requires-
there and fucking track people down?
It also requires multiple different government agencies to communicate, which
Which
you
they
know
can't do.
doesn't happen.
What's my thing? So
Because like
so,
TSA would have to communicate with the Massachusetts government, who would also have to communicate with the South Carolina government,
How's TSA
Which
gonna
would-
communicate with anyone?
Did-
which would then also have to communicate potentially with JetBlue.
here's a question.
You know what I mean? Like
When you-
private companies in there.
When you got on the plane in Logan,
Yeah.
did they ask you anything?
No.
Yeah, they don't.
Because that was my only thing was because so your example was gonna be very difficult for them to fucking call you on, figure it out, whatever.
Right.
But someone else, like, so Michaela was gonna have one of her friends come up, and they were gonna go to Vermont. So she was gonna fly into Logan on a Friday, drive up, fly out on Sunday or Monday or something.
Yeah.
Now that I could have seen, it's like, oh, hey, it says here you flew in on Friday. Yeah, I did. We can't let you on this plane.
Yeah, no.
It's like, why? Well, you either need to quarantine or whatever. But, like, I don't know. The whole, again, this comes down to, like, logic and reason. None of it makes any fucking sense because
Right.
if someone comes up from a different state, comes here, wouldn't we want them to get the fuck out? Because if it implies
Right.
that they're sick and bring it here,
Yeah.
well, you already let them in. Wouldn't we want to get the fuck rid of them?
Yeah, no one said anything. The only thing they do is over the loudspeaker in the airport, they say, depending on what state you're traveling to, there might be some restrictions. Please go to that state's website and find out what they are. Like that's
No,
literally
I don't want to.
it. Just
It's
plays.
so fucking
It just
stupid.
plays on a loop in the airport.
This is so funny, yeah.
I heard on that note, a couple schools are saying that teachers, if they take a sick day, they have to get a doctor's note now. So like, imagine just like, oh fuck, I don't want to come in on Friday. Maybe you are a little sick, maybe you're not at all, and you don't want to use a personal day. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like more people are gonna get like the actual common cold and flu this year.
I think you said this.
Sick days are dead.
That yeah, you said there's going to be way less people like trying to take sick days.
I would just take my personal days every time. Like,
Yeah.
the same thing virtually.
Yeah, well, so that,
Depending on
see,
the
that's the
time.
thing though, with sick time, it is implied that you are sick and cannot work.
Right.
Through the letter of the state.
But now there's such a stigma around being
sick that no one's gonna claim that they're sick.
Right. Even kids going to school, like kids going to school aren't going to wake up and be like, "I'm sick, I can't go." It's like, no. They're not going to do that because if they do, it's going to be like, "Well, do you have coronavirus?"
Yep, now you need to get tested
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
can't
yeah.
let you back in. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
you sure about this, Jimmy? This is an ordeal. If you're
Attendance is about to skyrocket.
I'm telling you, man. Like, and that's the other thing too. It's force our people.
Yeah.
Oh, whoever's not feeling great.
Right.
They either don't fucking say anything when they don't show,
Right.
or it's like, oh yeah, he's actually at a baseball game. Or like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Or like, hey, he's not gonna make it. Or like, no one will say that anyone's not. Oh, they're not feeling good today.
But let it on my
Good,
mental
don't send them back for 2 weeks.
Right.
Oh well, they feel fine in that sense. Are you fucking sick or not?
Right.
But what about my mental health day?
Don't get me fucking started on
Yeah.
mental health days. Oh my god.
Before we get into mental health days, we have a Bruins game to watch.
Yes, we do.
So.
And I have a piss to take. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
So thank you guys for watching on YouTube. We're back, even though, like I said, you guys had no idea.
As far as you guys know, we never left.
Yeah, but for us, it's been 10 days, closer to 10 days, not 2 weeks. And thanks for listening wherever you're at. It's been a while
Let's see if he remembers the spiel.
since I've had to say
Let's
this.
see if he remembers the spiel.
Keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody you know about the show.
Where can they follow us?
You can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Our Twitter handle is Sarcasm_Speaks. And our Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks.
What if they're watching on YouTube?
If you are watching on YouTube, it is Sarcasm Speaks.
Yo, what do they do?
Click.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And share. And tell everybody. Because we need to be famous. And until next time, good evening, everybody.
Bye.